Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm back again with another reading, pick a card reading. How does this person really feel about you? Thank you so much to everyone who has liked, shared and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you do subscribe, then please tap the little bell icon, and that means you'll get notified every time I release a new video. So, as I said, this pick a card reading is about how this person truly feels about you, whether it's a man or a woman. But for a sense of ease, I'm going to say throughout the reading, how does he feel about you? Because I do feel it is mostly women seeking guidance about men. So these are general readings, so take whatever resonates and leave the rest. Don't try and make the message fit your individual situation if it doesn't resonate. Always follow your own intuition overall. So I'll give you a few moments to tune into the energies of the cards and pick whichever set of cards resonates with you the most. Set of cards number 1 is the yellow stone. Set of cards number 2 is the red stone, and set of cards number 3 is the green stone. So this is set of cards number 1, which is the yellow stone. And I'm using the Tarot Illuminati for this reading, as well as some oracle cards as well. So how does he or this person truly feel about you? So we have the 4 of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the 4 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and the Hanged Man in reverse. So clarifying the 4 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying the 4 of Swords, we have the 6 of Swords. Clarifying the 8 of Swords, we have the 6 of Cups. Clarifying the Hanged Man in reverse, we have the 8 of Wands. So clarifying the 4 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Clarifying the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Clarifying the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, we have the Sun in reverse. Clarifying the 8 of Swords and the 6 of Cups, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. And finally, clarifying the Hanged Man in reverse and the 8 of Wands, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So from the Universal Love Oracle, we have forgiveness and emergence. From the Chakra Insight Oracle, we have self-esteem and connection. From the, I keep checking the names of these, Sacred Earth Oracle, we have ready but waiting and magnetism. And finally, from the Romance Angels Oracle cards, we have release your ex and deception. Okay, so this person, I'm really feeling they've been focused a lot on money, because there's Pentacles, 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 Pentacles. And this is all in their recent past kind of energy. For some of them, it's still kind of a current lingering energy. Some of them, I feel, are basing their sense of self-esteem on being a provider financially. And this may well be a provider to someone else. Perhaps they're already married to someone else or in some kind of relationship, whether it is with a romantic partner or some kind of family tie where they may feel responsible financially for other people. Or this person, like I said, is basing their self-worth on their financial status, and so they may be overly focused on that, believing that, you know, they have to worry about other people's opinion of them. They want to look like a success in other people's eyes. So just tuning into the energies. So yeah, Four of Pentacles. This is someone that's holding on for dear life to what they've already built up in their life. Like I said, they could be overly focused on finances or creating financial wealth. As if their identity depends on it. They have a lot of fears to do with losing this, is what I'm feeling. For others, if it's not resonating with it being about money, this is them holding on to other things that they've built up in their life. That Four of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles is about generosity. It's about this person being wealthy and giving to those less fortunate than himself. And the Ace of Pentacles, that is like making the offer, offering this Pentacles. So I feel like someone's overly focused in this kind of energy. They may feel obligated, because I'm seeing some cards here about feeling stressed out as well. Possibly through heavy burdens and feeling as though they've got to kind of hold it together for themselves and perhaps family. They feel like it's their responsibility. They feel like the weight is on their shoulders. But they enjoy being generous, like with their finances. Sometimes people interpret this Six of Pentacles as, because in the traditional tarot, this person here is giving only to one of these beggars, but not the other one. So this could be, some of you are feeling as though this person is giving a lot of their time and attention to someone else and not you. And you're feeling as though they're not giving to you equally. This can also be an imbalance, a give and take between you and this person. Maybe you're being generous with them, and because they're focused on holding on to what they've already got, they're not giving to you equally. You may be offering, you know, giving this offer to them, but they're not able to receive it because they're holding on tightly to something else, and that's not creating room for the new to come in. There's some negative energy surrounding this, because we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is like a karmic cycle or a karmic pattern that keeps going on in repeat. In the traditional tarot, this Wheel of Fortune, at the bottom it shows the devil, at the top it shows the Sphinx with the sword. So when it's in reverse, it's like the devil's at the top. This is like their inner demons. The devil card is also about codependency and like toxic attachments, bondage. So this person is feeling bound to just this unhealthy way of viewing their self-esteem, being dependent upon their finances, or they're attached to some negative family tie or romantic tie or marriage or something like that. And they keep going in repeat. They're not learning something. Their soul is wanting to learn that their self-worth is much more than their finances. much more than what other people think of them. But they're not seeing it. 8 of Pentacles in reverse is like overworking, workaholic sort of thing. Someone that's doing the same thing over and over and over, because all these pentacles are the same. But it's in a negative way. They're investing in the wrong things, which is what the 7 of Pentacles in reverse means as well. And they can't fully see this, and that's why there's this Wheel of Fortune, or the Wheel of Karma, just in reverse, going in cycles. They're not stepping off of that merry-go-round. It's because they've been overly focused on doing the same thing over and over and over, like they're distracting themselves from what their heart is trying to tell them. I feel your connection you have with this person is a deep soul connection. And you've met each other in order to help each other release these deceptions, the masks that we wear, to try and feel like we fit in, to try and feel like we're good enough. But really, you know, it's like giving away our personal power by looking outside of ourselves for validation from other people. So any kinds of illusions and masks that you've both been wearing throughout your life without fully realizing are meant to come up to the surface for you both to see that and be able to release those masks and be more of your true authentic selves. And I feel like that's what's happening. Like 7 of Pentacles, for a long time they've not taken a step back to really reevaluate their life and their direction in life. They were refusing to do that. They were distracting themselves by overworking and just continuing to do the same thing. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, which means there's karma. And karma always wants to be resolved. Karma always wants to be balanced. So when they're refusing to take a step back and really reevaluate their life, their actions and their direction, when they're refusing to do that, they experience this burnout. And this is them, when they experience this burnout, it forces them to need a time of recovery. They may be experiencing some kind of physical symptoms of exhaustion or depression or something like that, Spirit's saying. Something's going to force them to stop overworking all the time. They're going to be forced to rest, and this is where Spirit is going to be able to communicate to them, with them actually being able to hear what Spirit's guiding them to do, or what their own intuition is truly guiding them to do, which is take a new direction. Leave behind things that aren't serving them. Move into calmer waters. And it's a blessing in disguise with the Sun in reverse. They may have to go through some upheaval in their life. They need to leave certain things behind, and that's going to be stressful temporarily. But it is a blessing in disguise. This Sun, even though it's in reverse, it's still one of the most positive cards in the whole deck. Whenever I see the Sun in reverse, it makes me think of clouds like blocking out the sun. But the Sun is infinitely stronger than those clouds. The Sun, the truth, the light, the right direction, the path of our highest good is always there. It's just the clouds, the illusions, our social conditioning and patterns that cause us to not be able to see the light, basically. But this person is moving towards the light. This is like a regretful transition, or moving away from things and feeling a little bit depressed about leaving certain things behind. But it is to bring about the Sun freedom. So they're going through this burnout. There's Three of Swords here, which represents the Three of Swords card, which in the traditional tarot shows the heart being pierced by the Three Swords. It means heartbreak, sorrow. So yeah, they're going to have to go through that sorrow, but it's so they can have this Ace of Swords here, new beginning, taking action through clarity, cutting loose from things that they thought were keeping them stuck, like this Eight of Swords. The swords are always about the mind and perception. So this person, they've definitely had some kind of conditioning where they believe their worth is dependent on money and how good of a provider they are financially. But it's that illusion that's been keeping them stuck in a lack of self-esteem, feeling stuck perhaps with heavy burdens of looking after other people. But it's all an illusion. This is what's falling away. This illusion. Because those swords aren't really imprisoning this person. There's plenty of gaps where this person could free themselves. But, you know, this card is all about, deep down, the person's ego, which tries to protect them. But, you know, the ego just keeps us stuck in comfort zones and limitations. Their ego was saying, oh, you're stuck. And the ego was creating these distractions of overworking and focusing on other things so that they could pretend to themselves that they are still stuck. So they could stay in that comfort zone of what they know rather than stepping into the unknown and moving forward beyond that. Once they release themselves, there's this Six of Cups. This is the card of reconciliation. Reconciling with their true selves. This is what they feel about you. The boy's offering the cup full of the flowers. The connection that they have with you, the feelings that they have for you is like love. It's none of this like finances thing that they've got going on with someone else. Like their relationships being held together by physical and practical things, perhaps. Not for all of them, but for some of them, perhaps the person they were with is kind of dependent on them financially or maybe even using them for their money. But again, not in all circumstances. But they feel this love for you. They're feeling this heart awakening. And it's true. It's like, it's emotional connection they feel with you, not just some practical arrangement. But I noticed this person up here in the background. So this may be their spouse or whomever is dependent upon this man or wanting this man for his money or is just with this man. They may be aware of your connection because this person here is like looking down on this boy and this girl, and this person looks like they're not approving, they're disapproving of the connection. This is 6, the number of love. And, you know, the 6 of Swords is right next to this in the reading. So what they're moving away from the stormy, choppy waters to the calm waters. They're moving towards this reconciliation with themselves, with you, with their truth of their heart. They may have run away from you in the past. Deep down they felt threatened by your connection because it was exposing their deceptions. Though it's almost like they were even lying to themselves. Sorry, I can just hear like a really loud fly. Yeah, your connection It's creating this heart awakening, and that's threatening their illusions, their deceptions, their masks, and that was making them feel fearful, because they know with you they have to be their true self. So initially they may have run away from you. There may have been this deception, wearing masks, pretending that they don't feel this way for you, pretending to themselves that they don't feel this love for you, because it seemed easier for the ego to just stay in the comfort zone, in what they know. And it's like it's some childhood wound to do with them feeling as though they weren't good enough for their parents, or what they had to provide was not good enough for their parents. And so it's playing out in this karmic kind of connection with someone else. But you've come in and shone the light of truth. And at first, you know, the ego tries to resist that. The ego tries to hold on to what it's already built up, even if it's illusion. But now, with this Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like soon they will be moving into this energy of not wanting to run away from this anymore, because they're liberating themselves from illusion and seeing the truth. They're aligning with the truth. They're aligning with the love. They don't want this inner conflict anymore. They want to come forward with their truth to you. They don't want to leave you feeling confused. They know they've been hot and cold with you, or sent you mixed messages. The Hanged Man in reverse. So this is another card, like the Four of Swords, where they've been in a place of being on hold, being paused, like a pause in their life. Because this Hanged Man purposely hangs himself upside down by the ankle so that he can see things from a different perspective. And it shows the halo of light surrounding his head. So this is like awakening. This person has needed this time of separation from you in order to truly go inwards and see the light and see the truth. And this person with this Hanged Man in reverse is slowly moving out of that stagnation or that time of pause. And especially as the Eight of Wands is clarifying it, they're moving into movement, direction towards you, towards their truth. These wands are coming down from the heavens to the earth. They're grounding. It's like the higher awareness is grounding in their mind, in their reality, and basically following their intuition, taking action on their intuition rather than the illusions. And it's also clarified by the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So coming out of making you feel left out in the cold, they're realizing how they felt left out in the cold and cut off from their true emotions and true self when they were holding on to these old karmic patterns. So they don't want to feel left out in the cold either. They're seeking connection. So because there's the Hanged Man, which is about pause and feeling left out in the cold as well, and these are both in reverse, it is more positive that they're in reverse because it's like shifting out of that, but still there may be an energy of this moving more slowly. Even though the Eight of Wands is about rapid movement, surrounding it is both of these cards of like slow transition. So there's a slow transition towards this person truly realizing their feelings for you, realizing that they feel deeper meaning and much more uplifted when they think about you rather than these heavy burdens of how they've lived their life and their relationships in the past. So we have forgiveness. Some of them are wanting you to forgive them for leaving you out in the cold and for perhaps wearing those masks or being deceptive towards you, not speaking their truth. They are having this emergence, like I said, emerging from the illusions into the truth, seeing clearly. Their self-esteem is rising. Confidence, self-love, self-worth, pride. They were looking to the wrong things in order to try and have a false sense of this self-esteem, and they're realizing that that wasn't working for them, basically. So they're having true self-esteem now, seeing the light, because there's all this sun. It's like a sunrise, and the sunflowers, like that sun card, they're seeing the truth, the light, and that's what's opening them up to realize this true connection with you, like a deep, meaningful connection rather than something surface level. Universal oneness, love, interconnection, support. So perhaps some of you supported this person and they want this forgiveness from you because they weren't giving back to you equally and they left you out in the cold. Ready but waiting. I'll look more into that in a moment. Magnetism. So yeah, they're feeling this magnetism towards you because your connection has created like a catalyst to their soul and heart awakening. And it's making them realize things about their ex-partner or the person they're with, that it's not serving them, or this could literally be the time has come to clear your energy. It could be the old way of like living their life, like their old conditioning. They're releasing that, releasing the deceptions. So I'm going to pull a clarifier or two for this ready but waiting card using the tarot. What is this ready but waiting card about? The Star in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Lovers. Yeah, so look, this Ten of Pentacles, this really sums it up. This card is all about this person here being the provider, providing for their family. This person's worked hard to create this Ten of Pentacles, this abundance, this security for family. And the good thing about this Ten of Pentacles is that it's a 10. It's like this person is beginning to feel like they've achieved that. I feel this has been a soul contract for them. Like this was their purpose with this other person to provide this. But 10 is like endings and new beginnings, graduating this. The Star in reverse, this is like imbalance. Spirit is saying that this person's gonna feel guilty, or they're feeling this sense of guilt about leaving this marriage or this person behind, or some kind of situation behind. But deep down they know that they've put in so much, and the Spirit's saying they're feeling as though this connection has run its course. But for a long time, they couldn't choose between you and this other person. And it's because they felt this guilt. They didn't know how to heal that guilt they felt inside of them. But also, Spirit's saying they're ready, but they're waiting because they're trying to get things in order to sort of leave without creating negative karma to sort out with this other person. They're trying to do things the right way. And the Lovers is also saying they're realizing that you're the person that they have this true heart connection and soul connection with. So I really hope this reading has resonated, and if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you subscribe, please tap the little bell icon, and that will inform you every time I release a new reading. And I'll be back again really soon with more pick a card readings. So thank you so much. So this is set of cards number 2, which is the Red Stone. And I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot for your reading, as well as some other oracle cards. So how does this person truly feel about you? We have the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. So clarifying the Two of Swords, we have the Two of Wands. Clarifying the Ace of Cups in reverse, we have strength. Clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups. Clarifying the Knight of Cups in reverse, we have the Five of Wands. Clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Ten of Wands. Clarifying the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, what I found extremely interesting was another two came out, the Two of Cups. Clarifying the Ace of Cups in reverse and strength is the Ace of Wands. Clarifying the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Cups, there's the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse and the Five of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Swords. And the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands is clarified by the Fool. Okay, so from the Universal Love Oracle cards, we have Eternal Flame and Golden Path. From the Chakra Insight Oracle, we have Love and Communication. From the Sacred Earth Oracle, we have Reaction and Potential. And from the Romance Angels Oracle cards, we have Soulmate and Free Yourself. Okay, so this person is going through a lot of confusion when it comes to your connection. They feel a lot of emotions for you. There's a lot of Cups card, and there's love here, and there's Eternal Flame and Golden Path. So this could potentially mean this is your twin flame, but you know, it doesn't have to mean that. It could literally mean with this Eternal Flame card that your connection is about reminding each other of who you truly are, like your eternal soul. So your connection could be for awakening. But there's this soulmate here as well. So, you know, I'm a bit hesitant to use the labels twin flame, soulmate, you know what I mean? Because all connections of this deep level are like soul family, and they're all about helping you reconnect with who you truly are as a soul. So yeah, the Two of Swords clarified by the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. So this is all about decisions. This person, they've felt in this place of a stalemate. They didn't want to make a decision, and making no decision is actually making a decision. 33, it said on the video as I said that. So this person buried their head in the sand. To me, this is a lack of action. They feel this deep love for you, but they also feel a lot of confusion. This is a head versus heart thing, is what I'm feeling. They have a lot of fear, so it's also fear versus love. This person definitely has a comfort zone going on, and they're afraid to free themselves from it. It's time to take back control of your life. That's a final card though, so eventually they will free themselves, especially as the Fool is the final tarot card as well. But for a long time, and I feel they're still kind of stuck in this energy, or they've been feeling like now's not the right time, I don't want to make a decision, I don't want to take action, I don't know what to do. I want to stay in my comfort zone. I want to hide who I truly am from the people around me. But then when they're like home, alone, They're thinking about you all the time. They're not happy in their current circumstances. They're daydreaming about you. They're wanting to broaden their horizons by traveling across that ocean. And, you know, the water represents their emotions. But they're not. They're staying stuck where they are right now. Because one of these wands is bolted to the wall. But they're holding one wand, which represents this Ace of Wands here, which is meaning they want this passionate new beginning. They may be feeling a lot of sexual desire for you as well. Some of you, this is literally like, especially as there's the ocean here as well. You may be living in different countries and there's like an ocean between you, like literally, and they're looking at this globe. They're daydreaming about like traveling to you or you traveling to them. But my sense is at this time they're not taking any action on it because of their fears. But also, to me, it's always beyond like our free will. Deep down, beneath our free will, there's just energies going on, and there's soul contracts, and there's divine timing. Like a lot of things we don't realize at the time, but they happen for a reason. If there's any blocks or delays, actually, in many cases, it's like a learning curve or something that's got to happen before something else happens. So it may appear that this person is just being stubborn and using their free will to try and resist your connection. But really, there is like this bolt here. There is something or things that have to fall into alignment before there can be this movement. What they're daydreaming and thinking about is this love that they feel for you. This shows the man reaching out and touching the woman's cup. This is what they want to do, even if they're not feeling brave enough, or even if it's not the right time, due to divine timing, for them to actually take action and do that. They're isolating themselves. They're going inwards with this blindfold. I feel this person's kind of in this energy of the Moon card, which is their subconscious, which is their fears. They may be going through a dark night of the soul. A lot of wounds and blocks are coming up, basically. And they're becoming very aware of them. And that's kind of making them feel all this fear. So then they're feeling, what's the word? They're kind of crippled by their fear. But they know that at some point they've got to take some kind of action. They've got to make a decision. They've got to expand themselves and their life out of this limitation. Your love is creating this inspiration, which eventually will create strength of this line for them to take action. For some of you, it will be they will take action to have a reconciliation with you and be with you. For others, if that's not meant to be part of the soul contract, your connection will still help you both to liberate yourselves from your own individual limitations and blocks and perhaps wounds to deal with love and abandonment and things like that. Basically, the connection is going to help you free yourselves from your own limitations in terms of a deeper spiritual awakening, whether that means you come together as a couple or not. So yeah, there's this Ace of Cups in reverse. They're experiencing this deep heart awakening with you. They've never felt this depth of love with anyone else. And this is in reverse because it's meaning that all those blocks and wounds and illusions and the false masks that we wear, the false sense of self, which we believe is ourself, but is often just a collection of limiting self-beliefs based or collected in the ego and the subconscious. All of that stuff is being poured out of them so that their heart can open up to receiving the truth and receive the peace. But temporarily, for a while, as this heart awakening occurs and it opens that can of worms of like the energy of the Moon card, the subconscious, the fears, the shadow side basically. And then it's painful. It's making this person feel emotionally all over the place. And this Strength card is here. I feel like overall your connection is going to strengthen them in terms of providing them with more truth and spiritual awakening. But right now I feel they're lacking strength. Some of you, if you're a divine feminine, you're feeling strength, you're feeling more balance. You're trying to tame, like, or help this person. But, you know, we need to be careful with that. Sometimes as the divine feminine, we can get a bit caught up in our supposed role that we play, and we can become a little bit spiritually arrogant or condescending and believe that we're the only means by which this person is going to awaken and have strength and gain their self-esteem. And sometimes we can get really carried away with that. And it creates an imbalance. Like we become intoxicated by our false sense of power as a divine feminine. I felt like I just had to mention that. And I'm only saying that because I've been through that as well. So yeah, they want this passionate new beginning. Currently, because they're going through a lot of this emotional turmoil to basically clear out everything that isn't serving them so that they can receive true love. But as they're going through this right now, that they can't fully receive love outside of themselves until they fully receive it within. And that's also why they can't fully give love to you if they don't have that within. But they're feeling a lot of passion towards you. They want to take action, like I said, with this Two of Wands as well. They're holding on to that. They want to manifest a new beginning. But I feel right now they're not. They're wanting to, like it's like they're thinking, if I had enough strength and confidence and was balanced and everything was in order, then I would take a leap of faith towards this new beginning and create this new relationship and really go towards and take action upon my aspirations. But then at the end of the day, they're still sitting here looking at their heart, because I feel the cup represents their heart. They're looking at it and they're like, do I take the lid off? Do I open that can of worms or don't I? This is the only card in the deck from the cups where there's a lid on the cup. So this is the decision they're trying to make, but then they're not making it. They might be making little steps towards how they're really feeling, or they may be communicating a little bit how they're feeling, but really it's like they're keeping their heart and their emotions bottled up. They're like, if I open that Pandora's box, am I going to be able to cope with everything that comes out, everything that transpires? They don't know if they can cope or handle their own emotions. They don't know what's going to happen with you. They don't know if they can cope or handle if things go wrong with you. They're afraid of losing you. And so for some of them, they're kind of keeping you in this kind of stalemate energy where you don't fully know where you stand. But it's because they feel safer kind of indulging in like daydreaming and fantasizing rather than actually taking a leap of faith and risking it not working out. So it's like they're walking away. But this card, the Eight of Cups, to me it's like they're temporarily walking away from you. they're having this time of separation from you. They're choosing that, but also it's because it's needed. It's part of the soul contract. You both need this time to go inwards, which is what this card represents. They're trying to leave your connection in like a safe place, or they're trying to, it's like they may partially be there for you, or they may have made some promises that they're going to be ready in the future, because they want you to sort of stay where you are and stay holding on, because they are afraid of losing you, and they need this time to sort of leave your connection where it is, in a stalemate at this time, so that they can have this time to go down their own path of, again, the Moon card, walking, temporarily sort of leaving your connection on the shelf, or leaving it to sort of percolate where it is right now, so that they can go inwards, do the shadow work, go into their subconscious, have this awakening, have this clearing out of everything that's affecting their self-esteem in a negative way, basically. And then they can return when they're ready. And that's why they're looking at their heart. That's why they're wanting this reconciliation with you. But there's still this internal work that they need to do. Some of them, again, this is literally like they may be traveling away from you, or there may be like that physical distance. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is like a kind of reckless energy, because they're confused, because there's this head versus heart, because basically it's not time for you to come together. Or, like I said, for some of you, it might not even be about that at the end of the day. But there's this energy of back and forth. This person is like they're desiring to have this strength to race towards you, to create this passionate new beginning, but in reality they're still running away. But some aren't running away, or they've tried to run away. They've tried to escape going inwards, but it's only landed them in it even more. It's landed them in their pain even more, which has caused them to be in the moon energy. It's triggered those wounds to come up, and that's actually releasing them. They tried to avoid it, but in doing so, they've jumped out of the frying pan into the fire, kind of thing. So yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse as well. Clarified by the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. This person has had a lot of confusion with this 7 of Cups as well. This is either someone that's come in and out of your life. They've made lots of promises to you that they haven't lived up to. For some of them, it's not because they're a bad person. They do daydream about having this connection and partnership with you. But at the end of the day, they still need to go into their shadow side and heal themselves, and they're not ready. They want to be ready. They're holding on to that passionate new beginning. And again, that's like they're holding on to that dream that one day they'll be ready. But they're not. There's still all this like inner conflict going on within them with this 5 of Wands. I feel like it's manifesting. Their inner conflict, I feel like they've got one foot in your door and this soul connection door, the spirituality, and then they've got their other foot in wearing masks, in trying to hold on to the comfort zone of their own way of living, hiding themselves So there's this conflict. And I feel that internal conflict is manifesting out in their outside life, in their 3D life, with this 5 of Swords. This is like conflicts in the 3D world. And it's because they're not being true to themselves, and therefore they're not being true to other people. And I feel like people are picking up on that. They're being deceptive. This is the 7 of Swords, but they're holding 5 swords, which represents conflict. Conflict in their mind. And it's pushed you away. They've pushed you away. And it's left you with this 2 of Swords, which is this. It's left you feeling like you're in a stalemate. You're like, do I stay? Do I go? Do I hold on to this? Do I leave this? They've made you feel in conflict about this whole connection. And it's all because for so long they've been stuck in this 7 of Cups, which is, I don't know what option to take. I'm not going to take any action because I'm overthinking things and I'm stressing out. I don't know. Do I take this cup or that cup? And for a lot of you, it's become a heavy burden. A lot of you have actually taken a leap of faith and freed yourself from this connection and this person. Because they're just this 2-2-2 confusion. What choice do I make? What cup do I take? And you're thinking, fucking hell. Like, follow your heart. But for a lot of these people, that seems like the most difficult thing for them to do. And you may not even understand why that is. Some of them, they're also tired of carrying this heavy burden of constantly being in a state of confusion and second guessing themselves and going in circles. So this is a 10 of Wands. 10 is like endings and new beginnings. This person's nearly at a point where they're going to be able to lay down those 10 wands at its destination. This person, it's like it's run its course when it comes to making a decision. So I feel this person is going to make a decision. For some of you, they're going to choose this leap of faith towards you, towards love. For others of you, they're going to just come to this conclusion that it's not working. Something is constantly causing them to not take action. So they're feeling, okay, it's just not working out. It's just not feeling right. It's just not feeling like the right time. And this is for those of you who this connection represents like a soul contract about learning a lesson rather than you ending up together. Some of you will end up together. Some of you, it's like you're both coming to this point where you're taking a leap of faith and just releasing this heavy burden. Maybe some of you, the viewers, have been thinking, well, this person keeps going in circles, keeps not making a decision. So you were like stuck in confusion for quite a while, thinking, well, do I take this leap of faith? Do I hold on to this person and move forward? Because I feel a lot of you have felt in a place of stagnation. So a lot of you, like I said, have taken the leap of faith now to move on from this person. Eternal flame. A lot of you know whether you're going to end up with this person or not, that this person, this connection is soul family, that you will always have like this soul connection with them. And a lot of you are at peace with that. You realise that this connection was about this golden path. It's led you down this path of awakening, basically. And there's this love between you. For some of you, what you had to learn from this person is that it wasn't personal when they were stuck in this confusion for so long. I feel like for a long time, some of you were taking that really personally, thinking, oh, this person doesn't love me, that's why they're not deciding to be with me. But again, that's when it comes back to this energy, the energy between you. If you weren't loving yourself and you were looking outside of yourself for this person to validate you and love you, fill in your voids, heal your wounds, then you were this Ace of Cups as well. You couldn't fully receive love. You may have been giving a false sense of love in a way. Like, I can feel like you did love this person, or you do love this person, but your cup was empty as well. And subconsciously you may have been like giving a sense of love, but it wasn't unconditional. You were giving because you wanted that in return. And so they couldn't give you true love if you weren't able to receive it either. And for some of you, that's like the lesson. And that's why they were in this place of confusion. It's like energetically they wanted this, but they couldn't move towards you and align with that if you weren't in a vibration of love to be able to receive that either. So you were reflecting each other in that way, but overall you both feel this deep love. Communication. I feel there's been blocks with communication between you. You may have felt as though you were communicating to them, but if you were in this place of illusion where you weren't loving yourself, you may have subconsciously been communicating what you thought they wanted to hear, or communicating things which were more of an illusion that you were caught up in, rather than communicating your truth. Because it's like you couldn't see the truth either. So there were some sort of blocks in communication. I feel that once you release this heavy burden, some of you, you know, you've released this idea of being with them romantically. I feel that's actually helping you communicate better, because you haven't got like this end goal in mind. So you're not like trying to mold what you're saying into, you know, trying to make this go in a certain direction. You're just communicating your truth because you know you've got nothing to lose now. And that's kind of where you needed to be anyway with this person. And I feel this person, if you have walked away, they're having this reaction of feeling sad. But I feel you felt sad for quite a long time as well, because you saw all this potential. You saw all this potential in this connection, and it's like for some of you, you're afraid to release the dream sort of thing. And that's why this person held on as well, because they could see the potential in your connection. But it always just seemed to be like a potential, like it wasn't fully grounding. For some of you, it will ground in the future. But for some, you know, you need to free yourself. And they need to free themselves from you. But it doesn't mean it's over in terms of your soul connection, because you're soulmates. Yes, this is your soulmate. It just means that for some of you, maybe you have to free yourself from always thinking, oh, there's this potential for it to turn into this, but really it's always staying as this. You know, release the idea of it being about romance. And some of you will actually feel like the connection's even more beautiful once you've released like expectations of it being romantic. Even if that sounds disappointing and it causes this kind of reaction when you think about releasing that. If it's your true soulmate, like an eternal flame, an eternal soul family member, true love, you know, then yeah, it all feels sad to begin with, to release those expectations of it being romantic. But once you truly have released those expectations, it releases so much of the heavy burdens, the pain, taking it personally, always feeling like, when's it going to happen? The frustration. You can let go of all that, and it can feel like a huge sigh of relief. It can feel like a huge weight off your shoulders. And then once the expectations are gone, then it allows your heart to open to receive peace and true unconditional love. So I hope this reading has resonated. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. I'll really appreciate that. And if you subscribe, then please tap the little bell icon, and that will inform you every time I release a new reading. And I'll be back again really soon with more pick a card readings. So thank you so much. This is set of cards number 3, which is the green stone. And I'm using the spiral tarot for your reading, as well as some other oracle cards. So how does this person truly feel about you? We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Sun, the 3 of Cups. So clarifying the 10 of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Clarifying the 9 of Cups, we have the Magician. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Clarifying the Sun, we have the 2 of Wands. Clarifying the 3 of Cups, we have the Ace of Swords. Clarifying the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, we have the King of Pentacles. Clarifying the 9 of Cups and the Magician, we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. Clarifying the Ace of Wands and the 9 of Swords in reverse, we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. Clarifying the Sun and the 2 of Wands, we have the Page of Cups. Clarifying the 3 of Cups and the Ace of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands. So from the Universal Love Oracle, we have Golden Memories. And then these two fell out together. Enchantment, and I don't normally take these in reverse, but I felt like it was a message that this came out in reverse. Fear in reverse. From the Chakra Insight Oracle, we have Seeing and Desires. And finally, from the Romance Angels Oracle cards, we have Wedding and Express Your Love. So, it's really, really positive that the overall energy cards are all so positive on this top row. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Sun and the 3 of Cups. So this is they're feeling this oneness, they're feeling abundance with you, they're wanting this family life, they're feeling like your soul family, they're feeling like you're their wish come true, you're making them feel elevated, uplifted, they're feeling this passionate new beginning with you. The Sun is the most positive card in the whole deck. You're helping them see the light, they're feeling optimistic, they're feeling a lot of self-esteem. And 3 of Cups is about celebration and coming together. So, 10 of Pentacles. I love this deck, the Spiral Tarot, because I love this 10 of Pentacles card. Because it shows like the family, but then it shows like a soul family, like their ancestors. But I always see it as like soul family. This person is realizing and knows that you're soulmates. You know, whatever label we attach, soulmates, twin flames, soul family, they're knowing you have this deep bond, this deep connection, and they're feeling a lot of wholeness. They're feeling like your connection is very wholesome. They're feeling a lot of harmony, a lot of love, a lot of peace when they think about you, when they connect with you. They're wanting this stable, solid, grounded relationship, connection with you. They're feeling that it's part of their soul contract that you be together. For some of them, it won't apply to everyone. They may feel as though you're supposed to have children together, so more soul family can incarnate into your harmonious relationship. It's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So this person is willing to be patient, is wanting to work on growing your connection. They're working to build themselves up. They want to be the best version of themselves for you. 10 of Pentacles in the traditional meaning shows an old man, and he's provided like stability for his family. I feel some of this person wants to work hard to be a good provider. So they want to, you know, work through building themselves up as the Knight of Pentacles in order to become the King of Pentacles, the provider, the sense of stability. But I don't feel this is just financially and practically. They want to be balanced and down to earth, you know, grounded, emotionally as well. They want this to be like a natural connection, like organic. By that I mean it just feels right to them, and that's why it feels right for them to work hard and be patient in order to cultivate and grow your connection to deeper and deeper levels. I'm seeing like roots really going deep into the earth. They're really wanting to ground your connection and make it really solid and firm and joyous. This 9 of Cups, you make them feel like they're on cloud 9. You make them feel really uplifted. They feel like you're their wish come true. You're their wish that's manifested. And I don't think it's a coincidence that the camera just lit up then, like the picture just lit up then. So yeah, this is a 9 of Cups. Obviously it comes before the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is kind of like the 10 of Pentacles. It's a happy, emotional relationship. This is their wish. And it's not just a wish, because they have the Magician here, which is wanting to manifest that, wanting to ground that, create that new beginning. And again, this person is willing to be this magician energy, the divine masculine. They're willing to work in order to make it happen, make it a reality with you. So there's the 8 of Wands in reverse, delays and obstacles to this grounding fully. But I'm feeling like, you know, don't feel too pessimistic about this being in reverse, because there is this Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest knight in the deck, but it's because this person wants to do things right. They want to do things thoroughly. You know, it takes time. Spirit is saying Rome wasn't built in a day or an evening or whatever the saying is. You know, but even though it may be going slower or there may be a few setbacks along the way, this is still a card about things grounding. 8 of Wands in the traditional tarot shows the wands coming down from the heavens down to the earth. So your connection that starts in the higher realms, the soul contract, the soul family, coming down and grounding. Spirit is saying this, for some it is about having this family, like having children, them coming down and incarnating. For some it may take a while to, you know, become pregnant or something like that. But that's just for the odd few of you. Overall, this is a feeling that things are grounding overall. There may just be little setbacks. Because Ace of Wands, this is the new beginning. Grounding. Because it looks like some kind of plant here. And again, look, it's like the higher realms are helping this to grow and take root on the earth. So this is about divine timing, whatever setbacks there are. And it could be like financially for some. Like some delays and obstacles are happening. But it's to create this new beginning. Wands are about goals and aspirations. And this person's taking action. The magician's holding that wand. Look, the magician is also has their hand with this power coming out of it. So this man, if it's a man, it could be a woman, but for most of you, I feel like it's a man. This man is the one that's creating this new passionate beginning. But yeah, there's some anxieties. And yeah, some anxieties, some sleepless nights. 3 of Wands in reverse is like waiting for your ships to come in. Something, they may be waiting. If they're working towards something, it may again be financially. They're trying to make the seeds grow, the planting seeds, wanting this new beginning, new direction, new aspirations to fully ground. And there's some delays or obstacles to that, then yeah, they may be having some sleepless nights and anxiety about that. And they may be waiting for that ship to come in, which is what the 3 of Wands means. But they may feel as though they're waiting and they're feeling a bit anxious about it. But they are this magician. They are this creator. I feel this person is very mature. So they're like a divine masculine. Like they're very much connected to the higher realms, their higher self, their soul. And therefore they have the power to manifest and create this new beginning. Maybe in some kind of new direction that they weren't expecting. But overall it's to help them. There's the Sun card here. This is the most positive card in the deck. You make them feel uplifted. You bring them deeper meaning in their life. It's 2 of Wands here. So yeah, they're holding out for something new to happen, something new to manifest or ground. They're feeling a bit anxious about it still though, is what I'm feeling with this 2 of Wands. But they're wanting movement, they're wanting things to move forward so they can come out of this anxiety and feel like they're waiting for something to change for the better in their life. But it will. It's like a blessing in disguise with this Sun card. This is all about light, truth, awakening, new beginnings, healing of the inner child. That sun, you know, breaks through the clouds. That's what I'm feeling. Some of them are really wanting to manifest a new beginning with you. They've felt a bit anxious about taking action. They've waited for things to come in order before they feel ready to, and before they feel like they're they are this King of Pentacles to feel grounded and stable. They are experiencing a lot of awakening. They're wanting this new beginning with you, but there's something that may be holding them back a little bit. But there's this Page of Cups. This is communicating their love, communicating their feelings. Maybe an apology for some of you if they feel like they've kept you on hold or something like that. But they feel this celebration with you. Happiness, joy. Maybe they weren't expecting to meet you, but they have now. And they're overjoyed. Maybe you're their wish come true. Maybe they were trying to manifest their soulmate. And it's happened. You're here. It's made them feel this sun energy. A lot of light and joy and optimism. Celebration. Ace of Swords. This is really interesting. Because what I noticed when I was drawing the cards earlier for this reading is there's these eyes here. Like peering from behind some kind of veil here. And then there's this eye here, seeing. Perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. And that's what this Ace of Swords represents. For some of them, they may be kind of spying on you from afar. Maybe they are in some kind of circumstance where they feel tied to it, but they're daydreaming about you. Maybe spying on you on social media, but maybe they're not fully communicating. Some of them they are. Some of them they may be communicating in a sort of vague kind of way. But overall, the message for the Ace of Swords is clarity, actions, cutting the ties to things that aren't serving them, speaking their truth, being bold, just being their true self. Knight of Wands. So yeah, this is another card about feeling a lot of passionate energy, fighting to make this work with you. Yeah, just a lot of desire, taking action towards you. So we have golden memories. So some of you, you've been in this separation from this person, and they're thinking back to good times that they had with you. For others, this is like your soul family member, or your twin flame, or your soulmate. And so in reconnecting with this person in this lifetime, there's just like this deep energy within you both where you just know it. You feel like you know each other, because you do on a soul level. And it's like on a subconscious level, there's these golden memories from past lives and times you have together in the higher realms. Enchantment. This person feels enchanted by you, and you likely feel enchanted by them. And again, it's because of that deep soul connection. Fear came out in reverse. So fear is being released. One of you may have had some reservations about opening your heart in the past. You had fears of being vulnerable, but you're overcoming that. You're seeing the truth of who this person is, that your soul family, seeing beyond your fears. And again, there's these desires here, goals, passion, craving, fulfillment. So a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sexual attraction, but you know, it's a lot more than that. This person's really desiring this new beginning with you and this happy relationship, and that's what they're working towards. They're seeing you as their soulmate. There's wedding here. This situation involves marriage. So For some, it could mean that they are already married and they're kind of feeling stuck in that situation a bit. They know they need to move out of that situation in order to have this new beginning with you. Others, this is saying that your connection is deepening, like a deeper level of commitment. Not necessarily marriage, but it could be. And express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Like I said, I feel there was some fears and reservations. It may not just be from this person, perhaps it was from you as well in the past, to do with expressing your love, wearing your heart on your sleeve. But now there's deeper trust, and yeah, you may have been guarded and sort of wanting to speak your truth, but you had reservations about doing that. But now there's this deeper expression of love, a deeper, and I feel that's what's helping this commitment deepen. Like as you reveal your true feelings, your bond deepens, which is the meaning of one of the other cards. But I really hope this reading has resonated with you. And if it has, then please like, share and subscribe. I'll really appreciate it. And if you subscribe, then please tap the bell icon, and that will notify you every time I release a new reading. And I'll be back again really soon with some more pick a card readings. So thank you so much. Take care. Bye.